So it's been a while. I did any video, I think almost a year now. Well, crazy times. Been basically working and doing a lot of things, trying to build a startup. And yeah, well, I think as this video actually progresses, I'm going to be telling you guys what I've been up to. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I've learned so far as a developer. You see, I'm tired. But I'm going to be saying what I've basically learned or talk. And this video is not scripted. None of my videos are scripted. So basically, I'm just going to be talking about what I've learned so far as a developer. I think since 2017 till now. Yep. I think the last time I dropped a video, it was something similar. But I think without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So I'm not keeping count. So yeah. So I'd say the first thing I've learned is change jobs as often as possible. And the crazy thing is that I was talking with someone today and the person was like, why do you change jobs often? Maybe usually like 1 year, 1.5 years. Like, why do you change job as much as often? And what I told the person was the truth, because of money, basically. And I gave the person this analogy that, let's say for instance, now you're working in a company and the company now they usually do like appraisal every year, right? And every year they actually increase your salary by 20%. Let's say for instance, now you're earning like 100 naira, right? After 1 year they do appraisal and then add 20%. That's going to be 120 naira. And the next year 20%, that is like 20%. Let's take for instance they're doing 20% of 100k every year. So in 2 years time you'll be earning 140k. Now let's say you are in an organization and they're paying you 100k and you decide to switch jobs like after 1 year and your salary becomes 200k. After 1 year you switch jobs, your salary becomes 300 or 500. And that's one of the things. Switch jobs as often as possible, right? If you get a place they are paying you better, switch. If you get a place they are paying you better, switch. And then the second one, I learned that one the hard way. If a company is not paying you, do not work there. Like now, let me give an example. So I was working for an organization and then they ran out of funding, right? Now, this organization, they're like, oh, there's no money, this one, let's just work for us, and then when we have like money, we would pay you. So the contract expired in December, January, February, March, April, May. I was working for them, no payments. Now in May, was it April? No, in April, they were doing a hackathon, and I was like, okay, they're going to pay for the hackathon like a specified amount. And I was like, okay, I know someone that actually does front end, and I recommended the person, even though it went to shit because the person did not really know what we were doing. But now we're like, okay, what is the way forward? We want to actually continue like into like building new things, right? Now I think we'd need a new contract because everything is like, except if it's put in writing, it's just stuck. That's all that thing I've learned again, but I would still go into that. So I was like, okay, put this into writing because I've been working for it for like almost like 4-5 months now without salary, without anything. Like at least put something into writing because it was like, okay, we're going to give me like percentage of the company, blah 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 blah, and put it into writing. And the person could not put it into writing, and then I just started to go. So first of all, don't work without pay. Like whatever, if the person is not giving you like equity, written down like legal equity, do not work without pay. And the next thing actually brings me back into, if it's not written, then it's just talk. Like if the person does not put it down in writing, it's just talk. Oh, come and work for me, right? I'm going to pay you this amount every month. Please put it down in writing. Like put it down in writing. Like put it down in writing. Make sure it's legal, so that you'll be able to hold the person accountable, and the person will also be able to hold you accountable. And then one more thing I've learned when I working for Nigerian companies is trash. Like working for Nigerian companies is trash. If they do not value you, right, just leave. If they do not value you, just leave. I was working for one company and guy, the way they were paying salaries, guy. From the last time I dropped this video to this current video, like I've done a lot. Working for one company, they were paying salaries like consistently at first, but then last month they're not able to pay salaries, and I think up to 28th. And Bess was like, you're not patient. I was like, okay, based on our contract, I'm supposed to be paid on the 25th. Today is 28th or the new month, and telling me that I'm not patient. Like, that would lead me to the next thing I'm going to be saying is develop a thick skin. Because most employers, they would actually try to manipulate you. Like, a lot of, like when I say employers now, both freelance, like contracts, they always try to manipulate you. Like, but try and be as professional as possible. And if there's a contract, stick to the contract. Be as professional as possible. Don't insult them. Don't don't get angry. Just be as professional as possible, and then like work with facts. Don't work based on emotions. Another thing. If you're working based on emotions, now let me give you one story that happened like I think 3 years ago. Now, I got a contract, and the contract was supposed to be like bi-weekly, that is every 2 weeks. They're going to be paying you a certain amount, right? Now, the first 2 weeks they paid. Now, the second week, that is the next 2 weeks, they're like, oh, they're actually going to be changing the contract that instead of 2 weeks, it's going to be in a month, right? And the amount they're supposed to pay like for every 2 weeks, that's what they're going to be paying you in a month. And I was like, that was not the agreement. If we can actually like work something out, that would make sense. And the guy was like, okay, if I want my salary for the other 2 weeks, then let me just forget about the job. I was like, okay, no problem, I'm going to forget about the job. And the guy was like, oh, we did not even like your work, blah 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 blah. For all the like 2 weeks I've been working, you never complained. The second 2 weeks you never complained. When I'm asking for my balance, you're like, oh. And one thing about me, I would never raise my voice. I was just like, oh, based on the contract, this was what was there and this was what was there. And the person actually ended up saying that, oh, I thought you were going to get angry and say that you don't want your money like the last person did, right? And the person ended up in, and the person was like, okay, if you can continue working with us. I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to want to continue working with you guys. So try as much as possible not to be too emotional, because guy, they'll try to mess with your mental health, but try and keep your mental health in check. And let me end this video that start becoming long. One thing I would advise is save as much as possible. Yep. Now let me give you a trick I learned. If you save, it reduces desperation. Now let me give an example. Like you have a freelance contract that someone actually wants to give you, and let's say your savings now, you have like, let's say like $1 million in your savings, right? If someone is offering you below market value or below what you usually charge, you would not be moved. You just be like, okay, this is what I actually charge. If you want to remove some features from the application, yeah, you can actually like get to this price, but this is what I usually charge, right? You'll not be desperate. Even when you're negotiating for salaries, you'll not be desperate. You'll be like, okay, I still have like savings that can take me for like 3, 4, 5 months. So I would try and wait for something that is good. But now let's give an example. Now you don't have any money and someone's actually offering to pay you way below market value. You'll be very desperate. You would actually want to just collect whatever you can see. So one thing I'll say, try and save so that you actually don't become desperate when negotiating. So you actually be in a good place and good state of mind. So you're not negotiating because you are broke. You're negotiating because that is what your value is, what you get. So I think, yeah, I talked about building a startup. Yeah. So I've been building a startup, building a company that actually, like, if you want to learn a skill, like, you can actually go there, sign up, and then it uses AI to actually like teach you. So it's still in beta mode. So for now, you can actually just do for 2 weeks, but in the coming weeks, we'll be rolling out more features. So the name of the application is Dova. You can check it out on dova.life. If you check the description of this video, you also see like the URL. So basically, the application basically teaches you, like, if you want to learn like programming, even your schoolwork stuff. In the coming weeks, we'll be adding images so that you actually can, like, let's say you want to learn like how to draw like the diagram of it. So we're able to see like detailed images. For now, it's not available, but we are working on that. So I would want you guys to actually try Dova.live, and drop what you would want us to improve on. I think I'll be sending a newsletter sometime this week, and I'll be keeping you guys updated. I think I want to start doing videos more consistently. I know I've been saying this a lot, but I think I'm actually starting that consistently now. And if you have gotten to this part of this video and you have not subscribed, what are you doing, guy? Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and check out Dova.live. Hopefully I make it. I'd like to try and become more consistent. I think if I can get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year, that will not be bad. I think I'll get a new microphone. I've been using this microphone for like 4 years. I don't know, it actually just felt nice clipping it to this phone mic. Although this phone case, this is my phone case. So well, that's that for this video. Peace out. I remain Daniel Lawson, aka Loblaze, and I'm tired. Bye bye.